First session anyway, it's pretty good, really wet, really slippery, left all traction on first time I've driven the car. The car feels quite nice and balanced. I mean the wet's difficult because I think in the dry it's all going to be a bit soft, but it feels alright. But the thing just got no traction at all. We're on these 8008s in the wet and it's just hilarious, but the traction's cutting in too much, so I went for MGM mode in that last session, still cutting in too much, and I just turned it off. But then the thing is, wheel spinning, you know, third, fourth gear, it's still wheel spinning down the straight. It's doing 100 mile an hour and wheel spinning, which is funny, but not the fastest way around, and you're slightly edgy. I mean, on the corner exits, you just, you know, just literally on the throttle on and off, because they've got so much torque, these things. I'm almost wondering if we can see if hybrid can like tune out a bit of that real bottom end grunt. They make them like it for the road because everyone's got used to diesels, all the torque from 1500 RPM, but there is no need for it, and there's certainly no need for it on a racetrack. You want a nice smooth linear torque, and this big lump of torque comes in, the thing just lights up. But yeah, it's interesting. I think it's going to be fun, and it's drying out now. We're getting a bit of a dry line, so we'll get some cameras in the car when Warren turns up at lunchtime, and yeah, see what it's like as it dries up. I'm definitely having fun.
Right, we made it. It's Monday. We're at Snetterton. It's actually lunchtime, but we're both.
Some people have to work.
We're both here.
Some people have to work for a living, apparently.
Yeah, I couldn't get here and document it all before now. So what we're going to do? We've got the car. We'll show you that in a minute. But we're going to have a little walk. You should have seen it, because you should have some of the lovely footage I've filmed for you already. So you might have already seen it by this time. You have. But we haven't seen it going around the track yet, have we? No. So that's the thing. So what we have got here though is another Palmer Sport car.
Yeah, I've got a friend.
He's got a friend.
I've got a BMW friend.
Exactly the same. So yeah, different tyres though.
He wants to go out together later on, see if we can get some pictures of the two of them together.
That'd be good.
So I thought that'd be cool. Yeah.
I'll probably get mixed up with which one's who though, mate. Yeah. So right, we've got a
911 turbo, so that's a 996, and it's 9E tune, maybe 650 horse, he was telling me earlier. M3, trick looking Golf in the front there.
Skyline.
GTR, R35, they don't say Skyline anymore. What's up with you? He's old, see? Old school.
So it was, yeah, it was wet this morning.
Yeah, it was. It was properly wet. I was quite surprised because it hadn't really rained at home, which is only about 40 minutes maybe. But yeah, it was properly wet when we got here. But I mean, it's been a lovely day, but it's just taken a while to dry up. So we've had some wet weather fun.
Boys, the McGann boys.
Oh yeah, there we are.
The fun crew.
There's always a collection of them boys. Good little cars they are.
Yeah.
Had an R26R, that was a really good car.
As we're walking down, it's a pretty cold day today as well, so yeah. It's taken a little while for the track to dry up. What's that in there then? What's that?
A Radical.
Is that a Radical?
I've not seen that out yet, but it doesn't look as if it's got wet tyres, so I guess you wouldn't go out on that on dry tyres.
No, I guess not. So yeah, a couple of Peugeots.
Collection of 205 GTIs.
205 GTIs, decent. Don't see them very often, do you?
No, they're cool, aren't they?
Subaru, don't touch the lever.
Is that how it goes?
Something like that, yeah. Toyota Chaser.
This guy, I came up behind this guy in this M4 cab earlier, and I think he saw another M4 in there. I thought, right, I'm having him, and outbraked himself, went straight off the circuit.
Oh no. So that's the end of the pit pretty much, but we do have some nice tasty stuff here. I don't know if they're actually,
well, they haven't moved those Porsches yet, but whether that's just because they're a bit edgy about the wet, I don't know.
Decent looking 306. Yeah, so that's it. That's our pit walk. We're going to walk around this, and we'll go and get some shots of your car, Flinny. Yeah. It's gotten a bit dirty, isn't it, mate?
It is. It's dirty all day.
Hopefully we'll see a couple of these around in a bit. So here's Matt's new
I
project.
was just about to say this is Waz's new car. This is his favourite. We've been all round, we've seen the Porsches, we've seen the GTRs, and that's his favourite.
S2000. Carbon bonnet, boys. Carbon bonnet.
Genuine carbon fibre sticker, that is.
So yeah, that's decent. Alpha 4C. Don't see many of these around. Nice looking motor.
Not that I've ever driven one, but from everything you read, it just seems a shame they weren't better. Everyone thought they were going to be better. Lovely looking thing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Guy in this M2, he's an instructor, and he popped up to me earlier. He was like, "Oh, you got my old company car. I used to be an instructor at Palmer's." Chaps. Most aggressive gearbox mode, just to see it in the dry. I think slightly snappier shift will be alright. Let's have a little look, shall we? Get a bit of warmth in, Flinny, get a bit of warmth. Yeah, see, I wonder if it's, they've kind of got it, whether they have had it remapped torque maybe, so that it's got that real low end push, and everyone's like, oh yeah, these are fast, like the diesel brigade. We always think the diesels are really fast just because they've got a load of bottom end grunt, but top end they run out of puff, and it's, you know, feels a little bit like that. Anyway, I think it's now 2:45. It's not totally dry, and I'm still a bit dubious, you know, about running onto the plane. It's, you never quite know whether there's a bit of moisture, do you, on a day like today?